Chris here. One of my favorite things to do is go to the movies. My teacher told me that almost all movies have something in common. They all tell a story, and the development of the sequence of events in that story is called a narrative arc. Narrative arc is sometimes called plot arc, and it refers to the chronological order of plot events, the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story. Looking closely at the narrative arc can help you understand the central idea of a narrative and infer what the whole point of the story is. Let's take a look at narrative arc. Each movie genre that tells a story will include elements found in the narrative arc. That's true of fiction and of narrative nonfiction. The story will start with the exposition, which sets up characters and setting. To identify the exposition, look for vivid details about the characters and where the story takes place. The complicating incident will start the action and conflict. Usually, the complicating incident involves a problem the characters must solve. The rising action is a series of events that build interest. What events build upon the problem? The climax is the point of highest action. All of the events lead to the climax. It should be the most exciting part of the story. Finally, the falling action and resolution are the narrative's conclusion. Look for places where the writer wraps the story up. Why is it important to understand the narrative arc? Analyzing the components of the narrative arc helps us determine the work's central idea. A central idea is the overall main idea or message in a text. Sometimes authors will state outright the central idea of their work. Other times, they let their stories speak for themselves, and you must work to uncover the central idea. You might have to draw conclusions and make inferences about the plot to understand the central idea. For example, the way the conflict of a story is resolved may say something about the overall point the author is making. Remember Return of the Jedi when Luke decides not to join Darth Vader? In the end, he is rewarded for his decision, and the Rebel Alliance wins. Luke's decision suggests something about the value of the character's beliefs. Good wins out over evil. Remember to use evidence from the text to support your inferences and conclusions. Don't forget that a narrative arc exists in all stories, be they fiction or narrative nonfiction. Well, time for a movie, but first, I may need more popcorn.